month of April. And we'll just keep going to the one to your left. The second one is Peter. The second question is about ethnic diversity. With the rapid growth of the Asian and Chinese community in Arcadia, how can the city of Arcadia improve services to the Arcadia Asian community? And what plan do you have to bring the Asians and the rest of the ethnic groups together to build a better Arcadia?
Thank you. I like this question. I'm president of the Downtown Arcadia Improvement Association, and if you're not aware of what, well, first of all, if you're not aware of where Downtown Arcadia is, it's first in Huntington Drive. And as part of my efforts with that group, we brought a street market into downtown Arcadia this past summer and a little bit in the fall and winter. If you didn't have an opportunity to go, one of my main emphasis and goals of that street market was to, what I call, fuse our two communities together. And we brought in Chinese vendors as well as traditional American vendors to try to bring something that would combine our two cultures together so that we have a place where both communities can come and become one community. It was real important to me that we provide some kind of event like this that would appeal to both cultures, because we are a community of two cultures, and we want to have that feeling that everybody is being serviced here, that it's not just one-sided. So again, that would be something that I would continue to focus on, is events. Another event that we brought in was the Chinese Lunar New Year, if any of you went to that in the parking lot off of Wheeler. That was another event that I brought into downtown Arcadia to try to bring our communities together. Thank you.
Thank you, Pedro.
When I was mayor of the city of Arcadia, I was very happy with the relationship I had with the Arcadia Chinese Association and how we worked. I think probably my biggest regret is that I was not able to get more of the Asian community brought in to have the enthusiasm that the Arcadia Chinese Association has. And we need to appeal to them to realize that this is their Arcadia. I remember once I was outside of the library, and someone had a petition for them to sign. And go, I'm not a resident. I just live here. Well, we need that everyone who lives in Arcadia, we got to make them realize this is their Arcadia. What they get involved with our community, and so that we can work with them. You know, it needs to be a two-way street. The people in our community need to realize and work on that this is your Arcadia. Your ACI gets it, but a lot of people don't. This is not just a place to live. This is not just a place to dwell. This is a place to live. And so we need to find more ways to draw the Chinese community into realizing that, once again, this is their Arcadia. This is a great town, and it's a great town for them. And we need them to help us help them. So just outreach. Reach out, just keep letting them know that this is their Arcadia, and we need them to get involved in it for the sake of our community.
You know, in a candidates forum like this, any questions that's asked, there's a tendency for the candidate to say, here's what I would do. But I don't think this is a government job to decide whether you should like me or I should like you. This is a personal thing that we all have to do. And as the years have gone by and we've seen more and more Chinese come in here, I've come to know many of them. I'm in Chelsea, Francine and I are in Rotary together. Glenn O. Young, another Chinese American, I brought into Rotary. I sponsored him. When I was helping to head up the Special Olympics hometown thing here a few months ago, we had to feed these 100 people for 3 nights. First thing I thought of was the Arcadia Chinese Association. went to their board meeting, I said, here's what we're doing, and I'd like you to take on the responsibility for feeding these people for one of those nights. And I knew they would say yes, and of course they did. Did a fantastic job. This is the way communities are communities. It's not because government makes some rule that having to do with interracial harmony. It's because people get together. That's the way we've integrated this community over the past 30 years. When I first went on the city council, was when the Chinese were first starting to come here. So I've been involved all of this time. I think the city has done a fantastic job of bringing everybody together. Thank you.
Thank you. Next candidate is Bertrand Frank.
Arcadia has always been about community and being able to speak to your neighbors and that sort of thing. Well, when we get new neighbors that come into our area, we always make sure we go and say hello to them. And the same thing's for you. You should be able to go and talk to your neighbors, and it doesn't matter what race they are. We are all the human race, and that is really what is important here, is that we are one together. There isn't them or us. It is us. Everybody's together. And we have just a great community. We have so many things in our community. We have the Arboretum, we have the racetrack, we have the parks, we've got the golf courses, we've got all these things in our community. Well, let's have events in our community. Let's work together with our resources in our recreation department and have to continue with our concerts in the park and things that everybody can be part of. Make it in our downtown area when we've had our community events down there. Make it all work together to where we all intermingle together, and let's say hello to each other. Let's not just walk by because we're not of the same race. It shouldn't be like that. And I don't really see it like that. I just think we need to see more people getting involved into the community. And that is where we will get together doing it. The city council doesn't take care of that for you. I agree with Bob. It is us that take care of this for us. So that's what we need to do. We need to get together as a community. We have social media now, which is what all the young kids are using. We can use that to our advantage to help get the message out to everybody.
This is Chen.
You know, I think that this is government job. This is not the new immigrant job. When the government sees so many new immigrants coming to town, we should think about how to serve them because they are language handicapped. So we need to have more bilingual personnel to serve them, to help serve them. Meanwhile, we should promote the intercultural activities. And the Arcadia Chinese Association has been doing a wonderful job in this respect. Okay, so I want to continue working with the Arcadia Chinese Association, which we founded in the 80s. So to serve the community is a government job, not the community's job. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Paul Van Fleet.
I was kind of wondering what they said, what makes me different from all the other candidates here? And the one thing that came to mind, it just popped up. Very strange. It's not unusual for me to live in that multiracial neighborhood. I didn't grow up in an all-white neighborhood. I grew up in New York and New Jersey. We had Italians, Puerto Ricans, Asians, Filipinos, Mexicans. Your next door neighbor was your next door neighbor. If you're a good person and you live next door, it's not the Chinese guy that lives next door. Hey, it's Sam who lives next door who helps me with my car. Or it's Helen who, when my wife was sick, brought over meals. I think it was brought up the last time we had debates about forcing people together. The kids, these guys that have kids in school know, the high schools and everything, everybody intermingles, pretty much. I don't think maybe I'm ignorant of the fact, but I think most of the kids intermingle. There's not set groups. I think that for the bilingual, the people that just come over, yes, we have to give them help so they feel comfortable. I got to call the police. I want to talk to somebody who speaks the language that I'm familiar in so that I can report something. That's very good. We should be working on that as well. But this is not unusual. This is what the United States is like. I'm German and Dutch. I grew up in an Italian-Irish neighborhood with black people and Mexican. This is just America. I don't understand, but I don't think it's a big problem here. I'm in the Chinese community all the time. I married a Chinese lady. I was married to somebody from Qingdao, China. unfortunately, health problems, she had to go back and take care of her family and her mother like that. We eventually got divorced, but it's not unusual. I look at you all as neighbors. And I was going to try a little bit of my Mandarin, but I would be too embarrassed because my tones are very bad. But one of these times, if you guys want to try to quiz me on it, I'll try to talk to you a little bit of Mandarin, okay?